When I get back home, I'm gonna show Sarah how much I care about her every single day. Whenever she wants, she's thirsty or whatever, she can drink my spit, and then she can ride my gas to wherever she wants to go.
You can't use your gas in front of other people.
What? Why not?
Because it's weird. People don't like other people's farts.
Is that why you don't fart in front of me?
No. I just like to do it alone, or hold it in. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's so sad.
Swiss Army Man is a hell of a film. Part comedy, part tragedy, part nihilistic love poem, part humanistic masterpiece. Somehow a film about a depressed, lonely man and a farting corpse is, in my eyes, one of the most important films of 2016. Whether time will be as kind as Swiss Army Man is an entirely different story. I have a sinking feeling that it will be forgotten as years go on for being a film with a stupid gimmick to get butts in seats, and honestly, that's not entirely off base. I can't speak for everyone, but I know the only reason I sat down to watch the film was because I couldn't understand how a film about a farting corpse could ever be made. And I got my answer. Swiss Army Man follows Hank, a depressed, lonely man with an obsessive love for a woman he once spotted on a bus. Just as he is about to commit suicide on the isolated island, he spots Manny, a corpse that throughout the film gains sentience, learning about life and farts. I've heard a lot of interpretations of the film, some which hold a lot of water. Some suggest that a lot of the film's more taboo scenes seem to indicate a transgender acceptance message. I've read some that suggested a lot of the musings that go on between Hank and Manny lay bare the blatant hypocrisies that love is under in a connected social world, but it all comes from Manny, the farting corpse. The directors of the film, Dan Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, always refer to the core joke of the film, the farting corpse. It's completely ridiculous. But in interviews they've said over and over that the heart of the film is the farting corpse. Farting is funny because when someone does it in public it's embarrassing, but Manny isn't bound by life, so he farts. He has nothing to hide from anyone, and this constant unabashed statement of who he is comes from the farting. That is his character. The film is in many ways about how we can hide ourselves, especially from those that we care about or we want to care about. We put up a face, a persona, and try our best to keep it up. Hank won't talk to Sarah, the woman that he saw on the bus, because he's scared of what she'll think of him. Frankly, he's a strange but sensitive guy, so he hides himself from her. But Manny is the antithesis to this state of mind, which, frankly, we all hold. He doesn't want to impress anyone, so he says everything he thinks and he lets his body do what it does. At first, Hank is put off by it and actively dissuades him from expressing himself, but he's drawn to the idea that he no longer has to hide himself from Manny. So much so that he actually, quite literally, falls in love with it. Because Hank, again, just like every single other human being, craves human connection. He wants to feel wanted but can't make the final step because he is ashamed of who he is. But as the film goes on, Hank moves from a man who wants to become someone different in order to quote-unquote get the girl, to a man who accepts who he is through his bond with Manny. This bond between Manny and Hank is the heart of the film, so when Hank finally does show up at Sarah's house, the woman he's been obsessing about, he actively rejects Manny. Manny, for all intended purposes, seems to represent the truth of human nature. That's why in the final scene it's hard not to feel emotional. After realizing that he needs to embrace himself before he can embrace others, he professes his love to Manny, the farting corpse, in front of the police, his father and Sarah. And just as he's being taken away by the police, Hank farts. Not only does he just fart, he says to everyone present that it was him. He has finally accepted who he is through Manny and has taken the final step by doing it in front of those whose opinions he thinks most of. Manny, despite being dead, represents everything that it means to be alive. He lusts, he loves, and he laughs. He says the unspoken truths because he has no mask with which he tries to hide behind. When Hank tries to explain to him why people don't say what they feel about other people because they find it difficult or uncomfortable, Manny says what we really should all be thinking.
That's retarded.
He provides life to Hank through him spouting water, and he guides them home through his erection. Metaphors for life can't get much more literal than that. It's almost as if the Daniels are trying to say that It's only when we're dead that we can forget about the social construct that stopped us from saying what we truly felt in life, but we didn't say them because we were afraid of making mistakes. Manny isn't perfect, he makes mistakes, but every time he does, he corrects his behaviour to try and be a better person despite the fact that he's dead. Perhaps Swiss Army Man is a cautionary tale, perhaps the reminder that it's already too late for Manny is meant to spur us to action, to say how we feel every day of the life that we have, that Manny does not. His farting prevents Hank from suicide, his farts provide comic relief, his farts even save Hank's life from a savage bear attack. Manny's farts give Hank life. Manny's farts remind us that we're only one risk away from connecting with another human being, and the worst they can do is laugh, or even better, smile. Manny's farts are a declaration that we all hide ourselves from each other for no reason. Manny's farts tell us that we're all human. Manny's farts are beautiful.